Hello students, this is Sanjay Joseph and I am here to let you learn about how to do well in board examinations. Actually, I have been in education field for quite some time. From year 1992, I was teaching at St. Michael's High School, a very well reputed school of CBSE in Patna, and I was teaching our students of boards who were appearing, and therefore the past experiences and a lot of questions always children ask nowadays. The children whom I have taught, they have become successful in life, and now their children are taking up exams. So I thought that I will present to you a few important tips, strategies, and I will awaken you actually the importance of board examination in our life. One thing I will try to tell you before giving you any tips, student, that board examination and competitive examination have got two very important punchlines. Competitive examinations actually open the gate for you to earn your livelihood. Alright? And board examinations are actually the foundations of life. They are going to help you in all the aspects of life which you are going to take up. What do I mean with that? Board examination will enable you to develop skills which will be useful for you throughout your life, like your presentations, your organization, your verbal expressions, your written expressions. All these foundations are laid when you are preparing for your board examinations or when you are into your schooling life, whether 10th or 12th. Alright, therefore it is very important not to deny the importance of board examination in your life. And how does board examination prepare for your life is the way it demands you to prepare. So let us go one by one. A few tips I am going to give to you is that number one, you have understood board examination is a written examination. So intelligence can be there in you. You may be knowing to do numericals, you may be knowing to use formulas. Intelligence will be there for you, but board exam might be sometimes without knowing the concept and knowing the formula, you are able to solve a few questions. But board examination or board syllabus enables you to know how and why these formulas are being used. And therefore, I am going to try to let you develop a few techniques or strategies, and I will awaken you that how you should prepare for your board examination. As I said, number one, your written expression. It should be very up to the mark. It should be really up to the mark. It should be your written expression should be neat, clean. Your presentation should be clean. So if I say your presentation should be clean, you will listen to this and you will say what do I mean with that. Let us take for example, you are studying about, say for example, you are studying about lenses, and might be you have come to one particular situation where you are doing images formed by convex lenses. So when you are doing images formed by convex lenses, what happens when you should use scale, pencils, and very neat and clean presentation of ray diagrams you should make. How do we go about that? You should take up the scale, you should make the optical center, then at equal distances I have to place focus, at equal distances I have to place center of curvature, and then you make the diagram properly. Suppose you have kept the object between focus and center of curvature, and the image formed is beyond 2f. So first, very accurately and neatly you should draw the diagram. Alright, and while drawing the diagram you should know where and how I should place the alphabet, so that the rays do not overlap the alphabets which I have written to present a particular point. Like if I presented focus, so you have to see in my diagram I have used the focus, this side f and 2f is written below the axis, and on the other side I have written above the axis. Even optical center is placed in such a way that when I am making the rays pass through them, they are not overlapping. So these comes by practice, so that you feel the clarity of things, the clarity of positioning and everything. So this is the first thing. So one topic at a time. I have taken only one topic, and I am trying to let you understand that how you are going to be focused on one topic at a time, and through one topic how you can learn to do well in your exam and you prepare well. Secondly, then once you have made the diagram, then you should understand what are the things or important takeaways there for this diagram. So in this case, you know that when the object is kept between focus and center of curvature, the image is found on the other side, it is magnified. So I have written all those things, the important points I will note down, write in good handwriting. I will try to complete this, I will not go for incomplete preparation. Once and for all I do that, very completely I will revise that. Then I will try to relate it with the numerical relationship. Like you have, the length formula is 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u, and magnification is equal to v by u. So magnification here, since it is inverted, I have to understand it will be negative. Alright, also see the image distance will be positive, whereas the object distance will be always negative, because the image distance is going to be measured when you are going in the direction of the ray from the optical center, and the object distance in the direction opposite to the rays coming from the object. That is the direction opposite to the incident ray. When you are walking from optical center to the object, you are walking in the direction opposite to the incident ray. So the sign by the sign convention, you will be negative. So magnification will be, in this case, when you are using the formula m is equal to v by u, you will find out the magnification is negative. Then also I related that, is there any other case where convex lens will form a magnified image? Then that particular image, again you see that when the object is kept between focus and optical center, we get another magnified image. That means we have to remember there are two cases of magnification in convex lens. So here what is happening, the object is kept between focal length and optical center, and you are getting a virtual image, an erect image. So remember this, through this one simple topic I am trying to tell you, do it completely. One simple topic and you are focused on it, and when you are writing it with interest and you are away from distractions, you have completed the topic. So why I am telling that you should be focused and complete the topics one by one is very important, because you are in the school, in the coachings, sometimes you see the videos, so all the time you are watching the same thing from different sources. So why not once and for all you finish that, and then when you attend the class and suppose the same topic is being done, then it will becomes a very easy revision class for you. So that is the first thing, that no one takes interview in the board examination, always that you have to write. That is very, very important. Now second tip is that convert your understanding about things to memory. Now convert understanding to memory. Why do I tell you like that? Like some children I ask, they study, they talk to me, parents come and tell me that sir, he is very intelligent, ask him any question, he will say, and obviously I will ask him a question in front of the parent, and I will ask her, okay, what is Pythagoras theorem, child? Then the child will say, sir, actually what happens now, see, he will look here and then, sir, then he will try to join the dots and tell that, sir, perpendicular square plus base square is hypotenuse square. That is not to be done for board examination. Board examination means you have to state Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is that in a right angle triangle, the sum of the squares of the sides containing the right angle triangle is equal to the square of the third side. So that when you will first understand, then you will write this statement, rewrite and again write, then your understanding changes into memory. It's like, some people, they are very easily catching a tongue twister. Why? Because they understand the situation. I used to know, our English teacher always used to tell us to repeat one particular sentence, but I used to always stammer. But once I understood what did she mean, then I could easily repeat that. It was something like that, and I still remember my teacher telling that Betty bought some butter, but the butter was bitter, so she bought some more butter to make the bitter butter better. So what happened, I did understand what is she telling, that the girl named Betty Watson had got to the market and she had bought some butter, and then the butter was not good, so she added some more butter to make the bitter butter better. So any number of times I tell this, I am not going to stand. Trust me. So that means your knowledge has to be converted, your understanding of your topic has to be converted into your memory, and that comes only through writing. Your written work, you have to give importance. The more you invest in your personality, the more you grow. physical exercises, repetitive, build up your muscles, isn't it? Alright, the same way, continuously memorizing things, let you memorize things, but understanding and memorizing adds up to your knowledge and you become a very good student because you have understood. And then what happens, it stays with you lifelong. It stays with you lifelong. Like any time you can state Pythagoras theorem, anytime, because you understood and then you have memorized it. So that is the important part you have to remember. Then the next part will be that have a checklist. You should know what is your syllabus. Have a checklist nicely. You should know what is your syllabus. Checklist of everything. You should know syllabus. Like very nicely, let's say if I talk about standard 10 student just now, then in your chemistry you have got chemical equations and reactions. Then you have got acid, bases and salt. Then you have got metals and non-metals. Then you have got periodic table. Then you have got organic chemistry. Same way when you come down to physics, then you have got reflection, then refraction, then you have got which we say light 1 and light 2 chapter. Then you have got human eye and colorful world. Then you have got electricity. Then you have got magnetic effect of electric current and so on. So that means you know the syllabus, then you start jotting it down that I have finished this, and you have to finish it. See, external sources are there. Your teachers will be there. In coaching, obviously, people will be there. But the problem is that you only don't have to listen, but also execute and plan well. Remember, writing is the very, very key word, that your written expressions are important. You should write. You should always practice things in writing. I go to an extent where I always, with my students, I always tell you also have to copy the questions. Then they get a little bit jittery about it, that why sir is telling to copy the questions. Because I want to let the children understand the question. Through writing of questions, they start coming into a habit that they really know what the question is being asked, because sometimes we don't know because we are in such a hurry that we are not able to understand what is the exact question asked. Like a very simple word problem, they will ask that 7 chairs and 4 desks will cost this much, and 8 chairs and 9 desks will cost this much. Find out the price of 4 chairs and 5 desks. Then what happens, the child, if he is in a hurry, he will read the question, he will find out the value of 1 desk and 1 chair, but he will not be finding out the value of 4 desks and 5 chairs. Then what will happen? That is what is asked in the at the last. Therefore, understanding of questions means when the child learns to write the questions in the beginning time and in the early stages of the preparation, only this is for early stages, then first thing is his vocabulary increases, his language skills increases, and his understanding of the question increases. Because obviously in all these type of examinations, you have to convert your understanding to memory, because you have to save time, because there will be different types of questions, isn't it? Like as I said, state Pythagoras theorem, or they may ask define the focus of a convex lens. Now a child may define everything, focus of all the lenses, but they are asking clearly, they have separated, they are asking define the focus of a convex lens. Then what is focus of convex lens? Then you have to first imagine, if you have drawn the diagram, then you will be able to know that what is focus. All the rays parallel and close to the principal axis converge at a point on the principal axis in case after refraction, in case of a convex lens, and that point is known as what? Focus. So therefore you have to convert your understanding to memory, and that comes only when you have written. And children, trust me, many students, those who are scoring very well, I remember my students in certain some of them are doing very well in life. Like I remember Avantika Singh is in your University of California, Los Angeles for some time doing her research and all, and she has been doing pretty well. Then there was Adya Kumar, she scored 100 out of 100 in maths or 100 out of 100 in science, and as well as computers. So I will sometimes ask them also to join in and try to share the way and strategies they had when they were studying. So that will be basically very nice for you all to understand. So These are the very important tips. Children, start preparing now. Give equal importance to all subjects and have proper weightage of time and proper time management. That means you give proper weightage to deserved subject. Some, and it also depends on your strength and weaknesses. Some of your subjects may be very strong, so accordingly you plan out a routine and stay sticking to a routine. I'll tell you, many a times motivations may not be there, things will be not so interesting at times. Maybe sometimes it may become monotonous, but consistency is the key. If you are consistent, you have to find out a way to keep yourself motivated. That is why also break is important. Distractions are to be avoided. It is told that feed your strength and starve your distractions. Very important punchline there. So that is very important. Enjoy, and probably I will tell whether girl or a boy, you should always enjoy, have breaks between your preparations. It's very important. You should go for a little bit of games. Might be having a walk in your house only. Might be a 5 to 10 minutes walk, and that time you just be away. But yes, I think so. You have to now from now onwards, you have to be staying connected to phones only when it is used for study purposes. This I will tell, especially the 10th and the 12th board examinees. 12th and 10th, obviously 12th, what happens, a little bit of a specialization is there, like there are science students and commerce students, but the preparation mode is the same. Written work, concepts have to be practiced, and the type of questions, once again I tell you, there will be questions asked on basic principle, facts and definitions. Like they may ask you to just define certain laws. They can ask you in physics, they can ask you Snell's law, and then you have to understand what is Snell's law, that the ratio of sine of angle of incidence by sine of angle of refraction is constant for a given pair of media. So these things you have to memorize. After understanding, you have to put them into your memory, and with the language flow. So that is there, and even with commerce people, there will be definitions and facts, and then there will be numericals, then there will be case studies. So questions will be there about for basic principle facts, number 1, number 2 is understanding, number 3 is application questions and case study questions. There will be high order thinking skills questions. So there are different type of questions. So once you have prepared by December, topic wise I will tell you, and there what you have to do when you are preparing topic wise, you have to also see at the back of your new books, if you have textbooks also, or you have got a reference book, at the back there are exercises which you should do, and that especially attempt the previous year's questions. But previous year's questions should be attempted topic wise till December, and probably from December onwards, if you are feeling confident, then you should take up the test, either test series from somewhere, or you can take up you can always visit the CBSE site, where they always give you the marking scheme and the question pattern. They always give you, they call it SQ, sample questions, and then they write MS, marking scheme of every topic. So those questions also you can download, and related to those, suppose they are given one question, search in the book the same type, so that you can have variety in your preparation, and you have magnitude in your preparation. Stay in touch, because next video which is coming for the students subject wise. Like I will be dealing with maths first, the science later on, and so on. Thanks a lot.